teaching them about the powerful benefits of silver. Secure your silver bullet today at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139.
When I first got online and I seen the price of the X2 and the DNA Force, I was a little hesitant, but I pulled the trigger on it. It has changed my life. I've been taking it for about 24 days now, counting the weight, staying in shape.
InfoWarsLife.com. You've heard the callers of the show.
Several months back, I started taking your Nascent Iodine and your Super Meal. Prior to this, I was barely walking. Now I'm able to function as a human again.
Whether it's Survival Shield, Nascent Iodine, or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder. I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com.
Dash 2, just amazing what it's able to do to actually detox the body. It's great stuff.
If I'm going to promote something, it's got to be something I personally use and that I believe in. Check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
In the near future.
When you realize how fake it all is, the football, the basketball.
Alert. Security alert. This is Homeland Security. Analysis. InfoWars building independent media operation.
We let the worst people get control and tell us that we are the ones responsible.
Prime directive. Discredit Alex Jones.
Jones is the wildly popular conspiracy theorist.
It's a popular conspiracy theory talk show called InfoWars.
Alex Jones is now in an Austin jail.
These people are assaulting us.
Targeting of patriots engaged.
They are never going to stop. They're never going to deviate from their program until we stop them.
Block free iPhone app at Infowars.com. Block free podcast and video feed. Imperative. Destroy Prison Planet TV.
You gotta set your eye on the enemy, not worry about what propaganda they put out. Intellectually, it's begun. You can feel it.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Hello, this is Hank Hill, and I'm telling you what, you need to listen to Alex Jones.
Infowars.com.
Live from Austin, Texas, broadcasting worldwide, it's Alex Jones.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight. My apologies to the callers who called in and talked about Obama's amnesty program. We're going to move on to Ferguson. We're going to go to our reporters in Ferguson in just a moment, and we'll take Michael in Florida's call about Ferguson as a lead-in. Before we do, this hour of the Alex Jones Show is brought to you by Silver Bullet. It's back now, even though it's in limited supply. Once that runs out, it's going to take us about 6 weeks to get more of it in because it is a very difficult thing to make in these kinds of high concentrations. It's concentrated to 30 parts per million. It's in a pure base of deionized water. It's free of toxic artificial additives. There's never been a more important time to have a powerful and clean form of colloidal silver within reach for you and your family. Go to InfoWarsLife.com to order your Silver Bullet now, or call 1-888-253-3139. That's 888-253-3139. It could run out very soon. And like I said, it's going to be a long time. This is cold and flu season. So now is a good time to get Silver Bullet. Let's go to Michael in Florida. Michael, you wanted to talk about Ferguson. We're going to go to our reporters in Ferguson in just a moment. What was your comment?
Well, I wanted to say racial barriers should have been torn down. That way it wouldn't be a useful weapon for the establishment. But Obama warned us in the fiscal speech of 2011 that he was going to remove different fundings from the people and give it to the military and science. And then a couple years back when he was talking about the fiscal cliff, that was kind of our warning before destruction, kind of. But whilst pretty much...
Yeah, we haven't seen any decline, have we, in the spending for the military-industrial complex, even though we seem to be they're talking about a decline. Of course, we see the federal deficit just exploding. It's now over $17 trillion. We're closing in now on $18 trillion. At some point, there's going to be a massive implosion of our economy, and of course we can see that starting to begin right now as Obama is also revving up the new Cold War. We see, as I pointed out earlier, that Russia and China are going around the dollar and directly dealing with each other. And once they do that, once that's established by Brazil, Russia, India, China, the BRICS, once they establish that and move around the petrodollar, that's going to have tremendous economic consequences for us, as it will with the blanket amnesty, the millions of people that have been brought in as part of an entitlement program. And then Obama is going to do more. He's going to shut down our energy usage in the name of climate change regulation. Was there anything else you wanted to say about Ferguson, Michael?
Yeah, I wanted to say basically what they're doing is they're gearing up, because you remember Obama's mentor, he said he needed a big crisis. So basically he's building up a crisis baton to pass on to the next person. But like you said about solutions earlier, I think the InfoWar is the solution, and that we should bring lawsuits and investigations and vote on, hey, let's investigate these corrupt officials instead of allowing them to continue to doing a bad job in America.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think we can allow Obama to get away with this. If we do, it's going to have serious consequences for our form of government. But I think it's going to have to be brought back, and it's going to have to be stopped at the state and the local level. Thank you so much, Michael. Let's go to our reporters now in Ferguson.
Joe Biggs here with Infowars.com. I'm standing in the parking lot across from the Target in Ferguson. This is the area that back in August they had roped off and they were using for a police compound, a main command center. Well, right now, so far, all that is here is a lot of your mainstream media vehicles out here. They're doing a lot of broadcasts from the area. But the building that we showed you the other day, the vacant lot between the Foot Locker and the Target, has been covered up completely. Yesterday, there was a large police presence behind that building, and then today there was a large presence as well earlier. So they're definitely starting to move in mass numbers. Last night, we saw a larger police presence outside of the police department in Ferguson. They were a little bit more well organized because they had a lieutenant who usually doesn't work at this precinct, but he came in and took charge, and things were not as violent. But they still are impeding on our First Amendment. A journalist last night by the name of Tyler Yinks, out of a source in New York, he was arrested for standing on the sidewalk simply just for taking pictures.
Wow. Now, you filed a report. You had some pictures of some people that were in plain clothes. You want to talk about that? You said it looked like they might have been special ops type of guys or former special op guys hired as contractors.
Yes, we were standing outside of the Clayton Justice Center yesterday, Jakar Jackson and I, and we were doing some reports about how they've been barricading up specific buildings in the area. Even some of the buildings in that area, some of the businesses went as far as boarding up their windows as well. One of the buildings had completely barricaded off their stairwell, so looters, anybody like that, couldn't run in. When we got done with the report, I was walking back to the vehicle, and I noticed a group of about 7 to 8 men standing in a large circle. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, these guys they have beards. They had your standard, almost like your military contractor type uniforms on, khaki pants, big green jackets. I started looking closer. They had the American flag patches on. A lot of the guys had earpieces in. They all had the Iraqi Afghanistan scarf, the black and white checker one that you see the local nationals wear over there. And I watched them for a while, and it was just very suspicious. They all got into 3 different vehicles and drove off. But it looks like they're going to be staying in that area. I kept an eye out for those men, around the Ferguson PD last night at the protest. I didn't see any, but there was a couple of people who didn't fit in quite so well. Some guys that were walking around with backpacks on. I saw one. Another streamer saw one as well. It was just very odd, but they're sending 100 FBI agents in. There's 1,000 more police officers. There's National Guard. Right now, there's more law enforcement and police officers here than there is overseas in combat right now.
Maybe that was some guys from the Asymmetric Warfare Group, Joe. We went through AP Hill, where they have built there, as well as in Camp Lejeune. They've built American cities, small towns, rural areas to practice controlling the American public. And evidently, they want to get some real experience there in Ferguson. I would imagine that's why they're there. What about National Guard? Have you seen a lot of uniformed National Guard there?
I haven't seen any here personally, David, but there's a lot of pictures that are popping up on Twitter and Facebook. People have seen them in surrounding areas, and it almost fits in with the picture that I had sent Kit Daniels, who did the article with the red line where the kettling was going to be involved, where they're going to set up National Guard around the area and then eventually close in on the violence if it breaks out. But there hasn't been anything here in the heart of where everything's going on thus far.
Well, right now, where you're standing, it looks like it's pretty quiet. What's going on with protesters in the area? Are they in another area, or has that stopped?
No, there's going to be a protest tonight around 7 p.m. Central. It'll be in the Shaw area, where there was a killing back in October. There's supposed to be a lot of protesters meeting there tonight, so it's possible we're going to take a trip down that way. It's about 30 minutes away, and see what's going to go on out that way. Thus far, there hasn't been a lot of police in this area since we got out here in the past 45 minutes. Everything seems a little quiet. There was a large setup of police off to my left last night, and they were driving up and down through the area, following protesters around. The protesters were following them. There was convoys back and forth from West Florissant back to the police department, back to West Florissant. So it was almost like a cat and mouse game going on last night as well.
We were expecting to hear a verdict on Friday. Most people thought the grand jury was going to deliver its verdict on Friday. Now people are saying that they think it's going to happen tomorrow. Is that what you're hearing a lot?
Yeah, roger that. We're hearing that the grand jury will convene one more time on Monday, and it's supposed to finish up any last words and then come to a conclusion on what they're going to say. And sometime tomorrow, we should find out whether or not Officer Darren Wilson will be indicted on these charges. So from that point on, things will definitely heat up, and we're going to be here bringing up-to-date reports as it happens. Like I said, there's 1,000 extra cops in the area. There's National Guard on the way. There's these special forces-looking guys. Things are starting to heat up.
Well, we're going to be talking to Jakari Jackson right after the break, and I want to get his reaction to this story that just happened over the weekend in New York. Yet another police shooting of yet another innocent man. We'll be right back with Jakari Jackson from Ferguson, Missouri. Stay with us.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans, made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it, others don't.
The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200 200 million year old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information there compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com.